You guys ready to play D&D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd certainly hope so.
Awesome. Hello and welcome to Makeshift Adventurers. My name's Joe. I'll be your dungeon master for the evening. Joining me, as always, are our three amazing players. Ladies and gentlemen, please feel free to introduce yourselves.
All right, I guess I'm up first. My name is Sky. I'm playing Ray.
I'm Dirk, played by Will.
And I'm EJ, playing Zora.
Are you three doing okay after that epic battle we just had?
Doing okay.
You know?
I remembered in the middle of the night, like the day afterwards, I was like, people can't take attacks of opportunity if they can't see you. I could have just stepped out of the way. And that kept me up at night one time.
Yeah, I think the thing that kept me up at night was going, I'm supposed to add my proficiency bonus because I know how to shoot a crossbow. That's important.
What kept me up at night was trying to decide what type of level I was going to take during multi-classing my character.
Oh,
Ooh.
Language, Sky.
Out of the gate.
Did somebody forget to level up their character?
you can't prove it in a court of law.
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
We'll just go ahead with. We'll go ahead without you, Sky. You're good. Ray will be catching up with the rest of us. Dirk, that's right. You guys are all level 4 now. Dirk, what did you end up going with for level 4?
I ended up going with fighter, so then I am now what you would call a battle master.
Master of battle.
I can make more things too, because now I'm weaponsmithing.
Very cool. Very cool. Anything fun and exciting that you got over there, Zora, at level 4?
At level 4, I'm still sticking pure cleric, but I actually decided to go for the ability improvement for the main reason of now Zora's done enough push-ups where she can swing her mace without a negative anything. That's lovely. And she's also gotten wiser, which means it's going to be harder for things to deal with her when she's casting spells. So
Awesome. Well, we'll all be very excited to hear what Ray gets when she finally gets to level 4. You keep us posted there, Sky.
Will do. In my defense, I only had one decision left to make. I just hadn't made the decision.
That sounds
what was
about
the
right.
decision? Are you panic making it right now?
Just made it. Everything's fine.
All right, what was the decision that you made? Clearly not just the second.
I took the ability score increase instead of the feat.
Nice.
Did you also do a bunch more push-ups like Zora did?
No, I got even prettier.
Fantastic. Well, how about, just so we're all on the same page, I go ahead and do a little recap for us all. Previously on Makeshift Adventures. As the Dragon Army worked its way through Vogler, our characters tried to buy time for Mayor Raven and Darrett Hightower to evacuate the last of the citizens by boat to the Vingaard River. After an initial onslaught of the reptilian creatures, the adventurers are faced with a draconic-looking war machine spewing fire and setting much of the town alight. As it closed on the villagers and their boats down at the docks, Zora halted its advance with a wonderfully placed shatter spell. Oh, Zora, I don't believe I gave you inspiration for that last time, but that was awesome. So if you don't have it already, go ahead and get some inspiration.
Yay!
After Zora's well-placed spell, Dirk moved in to dispatch the soldiers operating the war machine, while Ray continued to hold the line against the oncoming forces. With the war machine dispatched, it appeared that the boats may make it to safety. That is, until a massive armor-clad ogre burst forth through one of the walls of the now-burning brass crab. In a pitched battle, our characters fought bravely against the ogre and more of the reptilian soldiers. Spells were hurled, swords were swung. Things started to look grim as Ray was eventually knocked unconscious by the mighty ogre, and Dirk, for what may be the first time ever, ran out of daggers. Luckily, our cleric was able to get Ray back on her feet with a quickly placed healing spell, and Dirk was able to fell the massive ogre with a blow from his warhammer. They all retreated with Darrett and Raven to the last fishing vessel to leave Vogler. As they were casting off from the docks, a soldier from the Ironclad Regiment came running down the wharf, shouting, "Hold the boat!" David, from the regiment, leapt into the boat just as it was making its way into the Vingaard River. Exhausted, he collapsed into the boat carrying a very familiar horned Solimnic helmet. Full dark closes in as you drift down the Vingaard River. The orange glow of Vogler drifts away on the horizon behind you. Darrett has taken what you recognize as Becklin's helmet from David of the Ironclad Regiment. Slowly, he looks up and asks, "What happened?" You all look to David from the Ironclad Regiment. He looks exhausted and tired. He's having trouble catching his breath. You notice he has a large wound on his head just above his left eye.
I guess Zora would grab like something from her med kit and try to put it against his forehead.
Go ahead and make a medicine check there.
Oh, I will. That's a 10.
You get him patched up enough to where he's able to speak. David from the Ironclad Regiment sits up and speaks. At first, our tactics were working well. We divided our forces into 3 groups, hitting the enemy from alternating sides. We even used your tactic, Dirk, of felling some of the trees along the way at key ambush locations. Becklin was surprisingly good at our hit-and-run tactics. I wouldn't have figured a knight to be so adept at tactics that many would consider less than honorable. At one point, my group and Cudgels were being hard-pressed by the enemy. It was Beckland and her group that saved us. They charged, then the enemy from the opposing side on the road, drawing them off so that we could escape. In the chaos, my sword lodged in the stone body of one of those reptilian soldiers. The thing fell on me, and that's the last I remember. The soldiers must have thought me dead. I awoke sometime later, stony, broken corpses all around me, but also the bodies of half a dozen of my friends. That's where I found Becklin's helmet. I didn't see either Becklin or Cudgel among the dead, but the way the battle was going, I feared the worst. As I'd nowhere else to go, I figured you all would at least want to know what happened and how things went down, so I hurried here as fast as I could. As he finishes his story, David falls quiet, and exhaustion overcomes him. He settles into the boat in a semi-conscious state.
I just tap him on the shoulder as I finish listening to his story, basically, and go to the back of the boat.
Darrett is sitting there silently, staring at the helmet he now holds in his hands. Mayor Raven seems as though she's barely holding it together there as she works the rudder of the small fishing vessel. She looks to you all and says, "Again, I find myself thanking you all for your help. Without you, I fear that many of the people of Vogler would not have survived the night. Again, you all are amazing. It's like nothing I've ever seen. Ray, Zora, your magic powers are things I've only heard about in stories.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Dirk, your battle prowess is amazing. You throw so many daggers, it seems like those are beyond what would typically be allowed in 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. I've never seen the like. I don't know what waits for us in Kalaman, but I am glad to have all of you along for the journey."
Yeah, I tell Mayor Raven that I want to take over. I'll guide the boat in. You just go rest.
Very well. Thank you, Dirk. I could certainly use the rest. She kind of settles in, tucks into the side of the boat, gets what rest she can.
Before she gets too comfortable, Ray is going to kind of walk over and be like, "So, I know you've seen several things that may have looked to be magic. However, I would like to assuage your fears. They are not magic. Everything is fine. Zora has some very, very fancy items that she purchased. And lots of tricks of the light."
Go ahead and make a deception check with disadvantage there.
I figured it'd be disadvantaged, but you know what? It was worth a shot.
I'm gonna say I don't know if Zora's got the energy to keep this up.
You know what? It's still a 10 with disadvantage.
Hey, that's not so bad. Mayor Raven, exhaustedly looks up at you and says, "If you'd like me to keep your secrets, Ray, I promise my lips are sealed. But I think a lot of people have seen a lot of very exciting and interesting things from all of you. There will probably be questions, but I won't be the one ratting you out. Don't worry. You're as safe as you can be with me."
Good.
As you're walking back over, Darrett stirs a bit and starts looking through the armor he has in the crate sitting in the boat. And he looks at you specifically, Ray, and he says, "You know, Ray, the knighthood of Solomnia has a complicated relationship with the denizens of this region. There is little love for them in Kalaman, where we're headed. It is for these reasons I have not been too open with the fact that I am a knight initiate in the service to Becklin Uth Viharin. I have feared the possible resentment of those around me for following the tenets of the code and the measure, tenets of an organization that some see as archaic or even corrupt. The world is changing. I cannot tell you all how to conduct yourselves, but I am tired of hiding the truth of who I am. This world needs those who are willing to be true to themselves and stand for what they believe in." Darrett begins to pull out the vambraces from the armor and put them on. They bear the sword, the rose, and the kingfisher of the knighthood. He looks up to those around him and says, "I intend to devote myself to combat this evil that is sweeping our lands. Est solaris oth mythos. My honor is my life."
Yeah, preach it. Preach, Derek.
I think Ray is going to kind of look at him for a second and go, "I'm very happy that you've decided to pursue this path."
I'm going to take a swig from my flask, and I'm going to toss it to him.
All right, let's see. He rolls a 19 to catch the flask.
I was just saying, if that pinged off his forehead, that would gold.
Darrett catches the flask, takes a long drink, and says, "Thank you, Dirk. Much appreciated." And he hands it to Ray.
Ray looks at it, takes a swig, passes it to Zora, then looks back at Darren and goes, "What I said earlier still stands. Do we have an understanding?"
Your secrets are your own. I won't be the one selling you out to the mages of high sorcery anytime soon.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Those were dwarven spirits, so I don't know if people ought to make a DC Constitution check.
Constitution roll?
We're good for one. We're good for one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Zora takes a swig of it. Face probably puckers a little bit, not used to the dwarven liquor, and just says, "You know, you're right. It's more important to be true to oneself, and with everything that's going on, I don't have the energy for secrets anymore. I have a higher calling now." And then I hand the alcohol back to Girk.
Do you know anyone who's ever been tested, Zora?
I've heard a lot about the testing, and I know it's not good, but I also know that I am just not going to submit to it, and I'm not in their realm or purview.
How do you figure?
You know, when I have a little bit of time to process everything that's happened between we got off that first boat and now being on this boat, I'll let you know.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
But I think I'm going to need a night.
So I have a couple questions for you ladies.
I'll answer as best as I can.
I've never seen anything like that in my lifetime.
Like what specifically?
I mean, the lizard people are definitely new for me as well.
You know, yeah, winged lizard people at that.
Yeah, that's just
Flashy
messed up.
shimmer and shine things that you two can do. Where does that come from?
Would it make you feel better that until, 3 days ago, I also wasn't able to do any of that?
Oh.
I mean, yeah, that does make me feel better.
There we go. Then we're in the same boat. They literally and figuratively.
What about you, freckled one?
Well, I have been able to do some of those things for a very long time. But it's kind of not helpful for the whole want to be a knight and not trapped in a mage tower sort of situation. So I have almost never done it before the past few days. Honestly, a lot of the times I did it before was on accident. But I don't know. I don't understand it. I didn't read spell books or study things. I picked up a rock once when I was a very small child, and weird things have been happening since. So
it was completely innate.
Yes, kind of. I mean, it wasn't innate before the age of 6, I don't think. She suddenly looks confused and a little concerned.
Okay. Should I roll an insight check?
Can I roll a religion check? Because I know Zora's just going to make assumptions.
I don't think there's anything she said that you would pick up on in religion. I mean, feel free to make what assumptions you would like to come to.
Do I believe what she says to me?
I don't think she was trying to deceive you, so I think you're good. Yes, you believe what she says.
I just wonder if these abilities can be learned, because it's pretty powerful stuff.
I mean, I'm sure mages have some way of learning things. I've heard there's spell books and stuff, so maybe?
Well, if Takasis is returned and the old gods have come back, I wonder if it will have wild things happening, like the cataclysm again, or wild magic. To be able to harness something like that might be a really good skill to have.
Maybe. I can assure you that I have never been religious, so I can't help you with that.
Zora presses a hand to her amulet and says, yeah, I can definitely confirm that this is something that's new and has been happening in the last few days, and definitely seems to be something you earn rather than learn. But I'm sure that if there are spells that you want, I have a feeling our journey is just going to get weirder, so we'll keep an eye out for books. Best way to learn is through a book. That's what Gillian always says.
I've spent most of my time living and fighting and learning on the river, so I don't really know a whole lot about my people. It might be something I need to look into once we get to the city.
Agreed.
Ray looks thoughtful for a second and then goes, Zora, have you ever seen... Hold on, question for the DM.
Yep, absolutely.
The rock with the swirl on it that she carries as her arcane focus. Mm-hmm. Is it the same swirl, or is this just like she put a swirl on something so that it vaguely reminds her of the thing?
Yep. Yeah, you created it as a child. It is imbued as your magical focus just through your own power.
Yeah, she'll give it a shot. Mm-hmm. She's going to take off her bandana and show Zora the rock. She's like, do you recognize this symbol from one of your books?
I would like to go ahead and make either... I want to do history or arcana.
You can do both.
All right, I'll do arcana first. Haha, nat one.
All right.
And we'll do history.
Yep. So you do not sense any magical significance.
That's a nice rock.
It is a nice rock.
Nat one again. That die in ice jail. That's horrible. Oh God.
The most inept knowledge user ever.
So
I can't believe. I was like, okay, well, there's my nat one for the night. Nope. Curse.
I know bards that can do better.
God, I would have been better off with a coin.
As you hold the stone, it appears ugly and yet beautiful at the same time, shiny and then dull. It feels almost weightless in your hand, and yet you are conscious of a great weight. The stone itself seems to muddle your mind such that you are not really able to get any idea of what it actually is. You are not able to bring any of your knowledge to bear.
Okay, Zora just kind of shakes her head. You know what? I'm going to have to look at that another time.
Okay. And she puts her bandana back on.
Yeah, nothing off the top of my head. I'm sorry, Ray.
It's all good. I'm not 100% sure the rock had... I don't know. Maybe the rock had something to do with it. It seems really important, but it also seems very weird. Forget I ever said anything.
A series of dreams before you encountered the rock?
No, not at all.
Not at all. It was boom, rock.
Yeah.
I'll have to ponder that over the course of However long it takes before I'm allowed to re-roll. Could be hours, could be days, could be weeks,
Could be never.
could be never.
Well-
It's for the DM to decide.
That's right.
Don't worry yourself about it. It is what it is. More importantly, I'm trying not to do anything with it. So hopefully this doesn't come up again. Doesn't sound likely, but hopefully this doesn't come up again.
Yeah, Zora's giving you, like, you know that face you make when you're kind of like cringe smiling, like, oh yeah, no, I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, that's what her face says, and she just doesn't really actually say anything. Just that,
Your optimism is astounding.
You're welcome.
I'm just gonna drive this boat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sure is a nice boat.
Do we have a small fire or something on the boat that we can make to get some food?
I can get a small fire going.
Why don't you do that, and I will.
I know you don't. Sacred flame, yeah. Let's go.
No, please,
Yeah, and I'll
no.
get some. I'll fish a little bit. Drop a trout line or something.
All right. So you guys are just going to kind of go about your business and cruise on down the river to Kalaman?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Zora's trying to figure out exactly everything that's been going on in the past 48 hours.
All right. The trip does take you all night long and into the morning. You all are able to get a long rest along the way. The next morning, the walled city of Kalaman rises in the distance, spreading across the southern shore of a wide bay. Ships sail to and from the city's walled harbor, their courses lit by a pair of towering beacons. On the shore ahead, where the Vingaard River meets Kalaman Bay, dozens of survivors from Vogler have pulled their mismatched boats ashore and begun making camp. The makeshift raft built from the ferry system is being disassembled and used to construct some makeshift housing and shelters for the refugees.
Zora's going to start off her day just in contemplation and prayer and prepping spells for the next day. Because if nothing else, we've gotten to be very religious.
You know, the last time I came to this city, I was driving Ophelia. That's my first ship. I am all by myself. I had a pretty good crew, but this little slip in here can be kind of tricky.
Okay. Well, I trust you over myself any day of the week when it comes to boats.
How does the rest of the barges and everything kind of look? They holding up okay?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are the last ship or the last boat from the refugees of Vogler to arrive. Looks like the others have been arriving, they started leaving 4 or 5 hours before you. So they've been arriving for the last 4 or 5 hours. And they're kind of making camp here on the western edge of the city, outside of the city gates.
I was going to say, is Mayor Raven awake?
Yep, Mayor Raven is stirring.
Yeah. Then I'll just clap her on the shoulder and say, come on, it's a new day, new challenge.
All right. You all make for shore and kind of pull the boat in next to many of the refugees from Vogler. Here, to the west of the city walls, the survivors are making camp, and they do not seem to be the first. Spread out west of the city walls are large, sprawling camps. On the outskirts are more temporary tents and stalls, but as you move further in towards the walls of the city, you see simple buildings built along muddy streets that all spiral towards the western entrance of the city. As you all are getting out, Mayor Raven starts gathering her fishing rod, her bow and arrow, and her things, and says, well, I suppose I should see to the people of Vogler and help out where I can. Darrett, why don't you see what information you can gather from the folks, see how things have been going here this morning. Also, see if any of the authorities from Kalaman have come to speak with us. If not, then, Darrett, please seek an audience with the governor and find out what you can secure as far as safety, shelter, and food. If the three of you, Zora, Ray, and Dirk, wouldn't mind, we would appreciate your help with that as well, and I'm sure Darrett would appreciate the company.
You got it.
You got it.
Of course. I'm going to nudge Ray and just kind of whisper, you might ought to give the mayor her hat back. It'd probably be a good rallying sign for the entire town.
Your hat? What are you talking about?
The hat he shoved on your head earlier, like 2 days.
It's your hat, isn't it?
Yeah, but I gave it to you. I put it on your head whenever you did your speech.
Yeah, and you're
Right.
charismatic, so you should give it to her and give her a pep talk. Get in there, Tiger.
Oh gosh. Okay. Ray will get the hat, I guess, out of whatever pocket she stuffed it in, and walk back over to the mayor. And hold it out to her and say, "We've made it. Everyone looks to be safe. You've done well thus far. Continue leading your people in the way you always have." And she hands her the cap.
She says, "Thank you, but isn't this hat Dirk's?"
See, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I made this for him.
You did? Okay. Okay, see, I'm not crazy then. All right, okay. Well, he seems to think it's going to give you good luck, so...
It is a nice hat.
There you go.
All right. Mayor Raven takes the hat from you and puts it on.
Sounds good.
Love it.
I need to find a vendor of wares. I need to sell some stuff.
I'm sure.
I have debts to pay.
Yeah, you do.
Ray is going to, when she walks back over to you guys, look at you, Dirk, and be like, "You know, she said she made that hat for you, right?"
No, she made it for herself because she thought she was going to win. And I just happened to be the guy that did better than she did. So she gets her hat back.
I told her it's a good luck charm, so...
Go ahead and get inspiration for that logic puzzle there. That's a good one. I like that, Dirk.
All
I was gonna
right.
say, was the hat like too tight on your head, Dirk, or does it not match your aesthetic?
Oh, no, it doesn't.
You see Darrett kind of struggling a little bit to heave that massive crate full of armor out of the boat.
You got to put your back into it, lad.
You're not going to help him?
Lift with your legs. No, you got to get a better grip.
You
son.
can do it.
I'll help you.
Eventually, he struggles and gets it out of the boat. And he asks, "If you all could assist me, I'd like to don the armor before going into town.
Just keep your skivvies on.
I will be wearing it over the clothing."
Zora's gonna help.
Yep.
So I'm looking at Ray going, "Don't you know how armor works better than me? Come on."
Yes, I'm absolutely going to help.
Is there a place on the docks that I can sell my stuff to?
Yeah, you guys aren't at the docks, actually. You're literally just kind of pulled up on the shore on the western side of town.
Yeah, we're in the newly created refugee town, which sounds like it is now a new subdivision of a larger refugee town.
Pretty much.
Yeah, which tells me we are not the first ones to arrive in a state of not goodness.
So, as you move through the camp, you see children playing down by the water's edge, people are erecting tents, sorting through what little possessions they brought with them. You even find Yalmi going through some crates and stuff she saved from the brass crab, including a weathered wooden sign showing the brass crab. As you're moving through the crowd, you start to notice people pointing at you and whispering and saying things like, "That's them. There they are. It's the heroes of Vogler." Occasionally, a villager will come up and stop you and thank you along the way.
Yeah, I politely shake their hand and tell them to take care of themselves and then try to move along.
Awesome.
I tell all the guys that I owe money to that I'll get their money at the end of the day. And then I want to give only these decorative copper pipes that I found on the ogre because they probably came from the brass crabgrass or whatever.
They came from Baltimore.
Gotcha. So you're stopping by to talk to Yalmi?
Yeah, I mean, since we saw her, it'd be rude not to.
Yalmi looks up as you approach and says, "Oh, Dirk, Ray, Zora, is it, I believe?"
Yep.
Hey,
I saw your work back there at the docks. That was quite a feat. We are all in your debt. I appreciate your efforts greatly. You too, Darrett. You did a fine job saving us, all the villagers here. We owe you everything. Say the word. Yalmi will help you.
found these on the ogre that took pleasure in destroying your business. And then I tossed her the copper pipes.
Oh, these are fine. Fine decorative work here. Not mine, but
Maybe you can use it on your new place as a decoration.
maybe I will at that. The Copper Pipe. Not a bad name for a new inn. Maybe one day we'll get back to Vogler. We'll see. Is there anything I can help you all with while you're here?
Yes. Ray looks at her and she's like, "I know you guys saw some things that happened that may have looked like magic, may or may not have come from me. Please refrain telling anyone about it. You could spread the word about that. About not telling people. Oh, this is counterproductive. Please do so."
You know what? Zora's going to interrupt, grab Ray by the shoulder, and say, "It's me. I'm the one who's casting things. I don't want any of the mages' towers coming after her for things that I did.
Right. Well, as far as keeping it quiet, I believe that ship has sailed. Sorry to make a terrible pun. Wow, bad timing. Too soon,
That was
Yami. Too soon.
Best timing.
Yes, everyone has been talking about the heroes wielding spells to save the city of Vogler, or at least the citizens. The city itself is on fire still, probably. But yes,
Ray looks upset.
that story is being told throughout the camp here. You all are heroes. Whichever one of you is the wizard, that's excellent. I'd claim it if I could. I don't think people would buy it. But you seem to be a wizard of great prowess, Zora. Good for you.
I think what they mean is that they're trying to avoid persecution. So if you could sow a seed of doubt within the city, within the camp here, that might do them give them an edge in any kind of trial in the future.
Oh, you're not associated with the mages of high sorcery then, Zora?
Nope.
Oh, so you have yet to take the tests, or you are running from them?
I haven't decided yet.
I hear there's an excellent mage shop in town. Maybe you talk to them, suss things out.
That sounds like a good idea.
Well, is there anything else I can help you all with while I'm here?
Yeah, have any of the guards from the city come by to talk to anybody? Since, an entire town's worth of people have shown up on the shore?
Yeah, there's been a few that have stopped by to try to suss out and find out what happens. Bakaris and his son went ahead with their ships hours ago. I believe they're speaking with the governor now.
Oh, God. Okay.
I think that's a sign that we need to go.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. We should probably go and stop whatever they're doing.
Yep.
On to the governor's abode.
Oh, well,
Let's see if we can get there.
you all farewell in your journeys. It was good to see you again. Heroes.
Thanks. Good luck. Hopefully we'll catch you later.
All right. As you move towards the city's walls, statues of titanic soldiers line Kalaman's mighty walls. The ancient stone knights stare into the distance, daring invaders to dash themselves against the defenses that withstood even the cataclysm. A disorganized neighborhood of tents and ramshackle structures line the road to the city's nearest gate, where soldiers in blue and yellow uniforms question all who enter. There's a small line there, like 2 or 3 deep, as people are going into the city. They don't seem to be questioning people that are coming out, but you make your way to the front of the line. And the soldiers say, "Holt, what business do you have here in the city?"
Wine and ale and your finest dwarven spirits.
We-
Maybe to sleep in the inn and talk to the governor, hopefully.
Wine, spirits, a night at the inn, and a chat with the governor. Is there anything else you'd like there, good Sir Dwarf? Might you all have names?
Yes. My name is Lacey Ray Zemmel. You're coming from Vogler.
Oh, my
And I'm
sympathies.
Zora Rice.
Yes, my sympathies to you and yours. It's a hard tale, I heard. Some of the latecomers who've arrived said that they were, flying lizard people that were attacking the town. It's a strange tale.
Yep, it's strange and it's crazy, and that's part of the reason why we need to have a word with the governor.
It's a frightful truth.
All right, well, very well. Enjoy yourselves as much as you can while you're here. I wish you the best. All right, are you all going to make your way straight to the castle, or are you going to stop off about the city?
No, we're going to go straight there.
I would technically like to offload some of this equipment that I'm carrying around in case we lose it.
Darrett speaks up and says, "If you'd like to run a few errands first, we can, but if Lord Bakaris is already meeting with the governor, I would probably like to head off whatever story he's spinning as fast as we can."
I guess that's true.
Agreed.
Yeah, agreed. I don't
Just-
trust him to have the best interests of the people of Vogler at heart.
I'm just used to offloading cargo first.
That's
The-
fair.
The choice is among you three. I'll go with you, whatever you decide, as I owe you all a debt, but that is where my heart lies.
I believe that is the correct course of action. So lead on.
To the governor.
All right. As you make your way to the castle, even if the imposing Castle Kalaman did not stand atop 100-foot cliffs, it would still tower over every other structure in the city. The path to it rises up the cliffside, overlooked by gigantic statues matching those that line the city's walls. At the path's end, guards stand before an open gate. One of them holds up a hand as you approach. Halt! Who might you be, and what business do you have in the castle here?
Is Derek with us?
Yep.
He is, isn't he?
Absolutely, in his full Solemnic armor.
We come here from Vogler, sent by the mayor. We would like to speak with the governor.
Ah, more of you. Your leader is already inside speaking with the governor.
We did hear the Lord is here. He is not the leader, and we would like to be there.
Very
The
well.
coward of Vogler.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The coward of Vogler, the first to leave.
Ooh, it's no way to speak about your leader.
He's not our leader. The leader of Vogler would be the mayor, who is currently outside. My name is Lacey Ray Zemmel. This is Zora and Dirk and Derek.
So he's not the leader? The leader's out there in the camp still.
Correct.
Helping
Yes,
the
we
people
just
of
arrived.
Oh, well, I love this. Let's pour the tea. That's great, Lacey Ray. My name's Steve. Come on, let's go. This is going to be a
Nice
party.
to meet you, Steve.
You start to cross the paved courtyard in Kalaman's castle, and a familiar figure intercepts you with an arrogant smile. He's a young blonde nobleman in fine red robes and a doublet. It is Bakaris the Younger. And he looks at you down his long nose and says, "My father has matters well in hand. We'll be sure to send for the sellswords or the... You're a knight now, are you, Derek? We'll send for you and the other fisherfolk once we've determined what is best for them."
Listen, Junior Baklava. The mayor has arrived, and the mayor sent us. We will be speaking with the governor. I am so glad that you took the initiative to try to assist the people of Vogler, but we will be making the official statement now. Thank you. And she pats his shoulder and walks by him.
Oh, Zora just follows right behind. Pats his shoulder as well. Like, good job, kid. Keeps going.
Bakaris the Younger just scoffs and says, "Guards, are you going to stand for this?" And Steve looks at him and goes, "Oh, yeah."
Is that your 8th, 9th, or 10th change of clothes since you've been here? Catch you on the other side.
He scoffs and walks in the opposite direction, but stops at the other end of the courtyard, just kind of eyeballing you all. Steve walks you up to the council chambers. You go through a few hallways within the castle, and he opens a big set of brown doors. Opens them up, and you see 8 serious-looking people sitting around a broad table in the middle of a spacious hall. At the table's end, a tall man with plaited blonde hair and a velvet vest of blue and gold stands to greet you. "Welcome, guests. I am told you are more representatives from the refugees of Vogler. I am Governor Caliph Miat. Your leader here has briefed us on the situation in Vogler, his bold defense, and his eagerness to strike back against these invaders." As Governor Miat says this, he nods to the man near him. Lord Bakaris is sitting there, glaring at your intrusion. Please, introduce yourselves and do tell us. Are your people still preparing to retake the city?
My name is Lacey Ray Zemmel. This is Dirk and Zora and Derek. As Lord Baklava here would have known if he hadn't been of the first to flee the city, we are not going to be able to retake the town. We were sent by the mayor, and she looks directly at him and says, "The actual leader of the town of Vogler, to debrief you on the situation and try to discuss what next steps could be."
Bakaris interrupts at that moment and says, "Well, yes, there is a mayor. Someone has to run the day-to-day. But I am the lord of the town, and the one who organized and orchestrated the entire defense of the town. And
No, he didn't.
Oh, we're lying to a governor? That doesn't sound like a great look, Baklava.
it's Lord Bakaris.
Sure it is.
Governor Miat kind of waves his hands and says, please, please, let them speak. So, what new information do you have to shed on the situation here? We are eager for any information regarding the travesty that happened in Vogler.
Well, as I am unsure what information you have received from Lord Baklava here, as part of the normal Kingfisher Festival that the town of Vogler usually does, a contingent of mercenaries were paid off by a separate benefactor to slay a lot of the town's militia. Shortly thereafter, when we went to investigate, we discovered that there was an entire army camped not very far from the town. After scoping out the situation, we returned to the town, and we were then met by a representative from said army, informing us that they would be coming to the town by the end of the day. An evacuation was organized by the mayor, with the help of Dirk here, who is very, very familiar with boatcraft of all kinds, to which Lord Baklava was able to bring a ship.
Two ships, actually.
Fair.
We, and she gestures like the four of us, were able to hold the line to make sure all of the ships got out as the army arrived.
So, and this is Governor Miat speaking at this point, but who is this army? We have not been able to uncover who they are. There were rumors of winged lizard creatures attacking the town. Can you shed any light on any of this? Do you have any physical proof of this army?
Yes. They called themselves the Invincible Red Dragon Army. I believe the mayor still has the official written documents that they had. And then she goes into her bag and she's like, but I can show you, and pulls out the armor that she took from those soldiers. And she lays it out and points at the symbol on it as well. And she says, this is what they were donned in. And I believe that is a symbol to Caucasus.
They claim to march under the banner of Caucasus as heralds of her return.
Well, this is quite troubling. This is the first I've seen of any of this. We have not been able to uncover any of their soldiers, or who is conducting these raids.
Oh, you mean the mayor didn't tell you about how when you kill them, they turn to stone? And he didn't tell you that some of them can fly? And he didn't tell you that there's over 1,000 of them and that they had a flaming cannon? Oh, that's because he left first. And I killed an ogre.
He did kill an ogre.
This is, I can vouch for that.
So they are enlisting the goblinoids as well.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not good.
Well, this is all dire news, and I appreciate the information you have gathered. What is it you would request of me?
Well, it seems that you have quite a few refugees already, so I'm not sure that we could ask for such hospitality. Have there been a lot of attacks recently?
Yes. Unfortunately, you are not the first to come through our city's gates. These are not normal times. The marshal can expand on this a bit more. The governor gestures to a stern-looking woman near him. She has close-cropped brown hair and a scar across the bridge of her nose. She wears armor embellished with the blue and gold colors of Kalaman. She nods and begins. I am Marshal Vendry, commander of Kalaman's military forces. I'm afraid your situation is far from unique. Small villages and farms to the south and east have been razed and burned to the ground in recent weeks. Our scout patrols that we send out have not been returning. Those we have found are dead with strange claw-like marks in their armor. You all have just provided us with the best information we've gotten yet about this threat, which, with the attack on Vogler, seems to be now surrounding Kalaman. Was there anything else you would like to impart to us?
It is an absolutely massive army, 1,000 strong. And yes, that is correct that there are winged lizard creatures. We didn't see any of them actually fly. They kind of hovered on the way down when they were jumping from that cliff, but
Troubling.
I don't think we actually saw any fly.
Very troubling.
No.
Darrett speaks up at that time and says, "We do humbly request that you allow the refugees from Vogler shelter and protection, even if it is only on the outskirts of the city. And our people have brought some meager supplies with them, but we had to flee our homes quickly. If there are any provisions you could provide for us, that would be greatly appreciated." Governor Miat speaks up and says, "Very well. We thank you for speaking with us, and we will consider your request. If you could all please give the council and I a few moments to consider."
Absolutely. And having fought with some of this army, if that is something that you guys would like to discuss further, we can tell you everything we know about it. And we'll be sure Lord Baklava here is able to get back to the rest of his people. Why don't you join us, sir? And she, motions for him to come as well.
We'll escort you back.
Governor Miat raises a hand at that moment and says, I do appreciate your enthusiasm. I actually have many more questions for the Lord here, as do some of the guild leaders, I believe. If you could give us but a moment.
I think Ray looks confused for a moment, and then she says, "I do apologize for the confusion that has come up here, but I want to assure you, while the Lord here does in fact have quite a lot of gold, and could probably tell you a lot of trade that went in and out of Vogler, he cannot speak for the town."
I am beginning to understand that. The governor chuckles. Nevertheless, he and I and the guild leaders have much to discuss. If you could give us but a few moments.
Sounds good.
Cora says okay and just crosses her arms and stands there.
Governor Miat at that moment says, Steve, if you'd be so kind. Steve goes, who's been eyeing the whole thing and chuckling in the corner this whole time, goes, "Oh, yep, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, my bad, boss. Come on, guys, let's give him some space. Clear the room."
For Steve, I'll leave.
Good old guard Steve.
This guy raised.
So you're out in the hallway about 30 minutes. Anything you guys want to do while you're waiting for the council to discuss?
Absolutely. I want to get the scoop from Steve, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Role play it on out.
Oh, God. All right. So once they're out in the hallway, Ray will look over at Steve and be like, "He really went in there and just boldface lied. Isn't that something?"
Yeah, he seems like a real piece of work. I don't know. If he's anything like his son, he can...
He is.
That's nobility for you. They're quite the tart.
Easy.
They're not all like that.
Yeah, you're right in the heart of the castle there, Dirk. You might want to mind your tongue a little bit.
Have you heard any word on Kaelin? Is Kaelin safe? That would be the Dwarven Kingdom, by the way, that's on this continent.
Oh, the Dwarven
thank you
Kingdom
for telling
to the
me.
south.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
nothing.
who's Kaelin?
Yep.
When did we meet Kaelin? Did Kaelin follow us? Has Kaelin been here the whole time? I'm so concerned about Kaelin. Has Kaelin a baby or is Kaelin an adult?
You mean the dwarves to the south? No, we've not had much word. Haven't had much word from anyone to the south for some time, actually. What with the attacks?
How many attacks have there been?
Several, more than I can count. It's been mostly small farming communities and travelers along the roads, but everybody's been pretty tense. It hasn't quite brought trade to a standstill, but I do know the guild leaders are starting to get rather nervous.
Did this just start very recently?
It's been over the course of the last several weeks, maybe a month tops. It's been escalating. The leadership, I believe, is in a almost state of panic trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, makes sense.
Where's the best place to sell armor and arms in this?
Well, you could try the city market for one, or the Hammerstrike Forges, run by a couple of dwarven cousins. They have the best armor and armaments you can buy.
That'll be my first stop.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do while you're waiting out there?
Hey, DM.
Yes.
Is Ray's hometown in the area they were describing of the farming communities that have been attacked?
No, you're much further west of Vogler.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah, you're a good ways off.
So, Steve, what's the best tea you've heard here in like the past month or so?
The best tea I've heard here in the past month or so.
Yeah.
Really, the city's all chattering about and speculating about who is attacking all these farms and villages. There were rumors of armies far, far to the east. Some think maybe they're moving west. Let's see. Other than that, well, here in the castle, we've had a halfling that has broken in 3 times in the span of a week. Not sure what they're doing with her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Well, it's not uncommon for a kender to be caught here and there skulking about. You know how they can get.
Oh, yeah, I do.
The same one 3 times in a week is a bit much. Not quite sure what her deal is. She said she was hunting for treasure.
Mm.
That's amazing.
Have y'all, is she still out and about? Have you caught her?
Yeah, we caught her every time.
And then you just let her back into release her into the wild like a squirrel?
Well, no, I mean, we lock her up in the kender cells, but kender don't stay locked up long.
That's so. Wait a minute. So you've been locking her up. Hold on. This is gold. You've been locking her up in a cell, and she's been escaping the cell and not escaping the castle. Still hunting in the castle for something.
Correct.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's just been happening all week for you.
Yeah, it's really been a thorn in the marshal's side. I think she's coming up with some sort of a plan. I don't know.
What's the best?
Don't use the paper glue traps. I've heard those aren't humane.
We believe in catch and release when it comes to kender.
Jesus.
So about 30 minutes pass, and the chamber's doors open, and most of the council members file past you without a glance. Marshal Vendry beckons for you to come from the door. While inside, Governor Miat and Lord Baccharis remain seated. The governor speaks up and says, Please, take a seat. The citizens of Kalaman are prepared to offer your people shelter in the neighborhoods outside the city walls, protection of our shoulders, and, while we can spare it, food from our tables. He folds his hands and fixes his eyes on you. There is one condition, though. We are concerned about this threat that is posed by this army that has taken Vogler. The information you've brought to us is invaluable, far more than our scouts have been able to come by. We would ask that as many of you as will agree take on a role within the Kalaman military. You all would function as special operatives reporting directly to Marshal Vendry here. What do you think?
How much does it pay?
I couldn't. Marshal Vendry could give you the details if you'd like. Marshal Vendry stands up and she says, If you so swear, you will become esquires of Kalaman, agents at my command. You will be given armor, equipment of your choosing, as well as uniforms if needed. You will be given an emblem seal of Kalaman to note your rank, roughly that of a lieutenant. We can also provide you with lodgings here at the castle. This is an old Solemnic structure. It's got more than enough room to spare, even if it is a bit dated. You also will receive wages of 5 gold per week plus expenses. The majority of the missions we'll be sending you on will be reconnaissance. Our goal is to gain information. We need to know as much as we can about this mysterious army that seems to be enveloping the countryside around Kalaman. Darrett stands and readily agrees. He says, On my honor, I will serve you to the best of my ability if you can ensure the health and safety of the citizens of Vogler. I will not speak for the other 3 here, but I can speak for myself. I give you my oath to serve to the best of my ability. And he sits back down.
Right. So you said there's more than enough room. Interesting, considering there's a bunch of refugees outside. In the case of an attack, what happens to the refugees outside of the city? Do you have a plan to get them inside as quickly as possible? Because I think we can all assume the army will come here eventually.
If this is their intended target and we are under siege, yes, we are prepared to pull all the commoners in from the countryside that can make it before we shut and bar the gates against said siege. Hopefully it does not come to that, but yes, that is part of the provision.
And are the people outside of the city aware of that plan so they'll be able to act quickly?
I would say the majority of them are. None of them have been part of a siege before. Neither have I, for that matter. But yes, there are alarms, bells, and more than enough guards to rally people and get them inside as quickly as we can. Hopefully, we will have more of an advance warning of an impending siege. That, again, is part of why we need your help.
I was going to say the city of Vogler had, what was it, less than 10 hours? That's how quickly this army can hit.
I cannot speak for the future, but yes, we can only do the best that we can. It is my job to see to the defense of the city and all of its citizens.
Okay. As long as you're willing to do the best that you can, you'll have my aid.
What about the rest of you? Would you be looking to come under my employ?
I can make more money running marble up and down the river.
You
That
could.
doesn't mean I wouldn't be willing to be a consult of war at a fair price.
The going rate right now is, as I said, 5 gold a week, plus expenses. Make use of any armaments or equipment needed from the army. Not to mention the title itself grants you some liberties within the city.
I just don't like being a dog on a leash.
Understood completely. If you are uncomfortable with the situation, you do not need to swear allegiance to the city of Kalaman. With the swearing of Zora and Darrett here, that is more than enough for us to agree to help the village of Vogler. If you others would like to partake as well, you are welcome to accommodations and gold and equipment and such. Take your time, think it over. You don't need to make any decisions now. I think all of you probably need to get some rest and probably want to help to see to the citizens of Vogler.
Well, I think we work pretty well as a team. Ray says, looking at everyone there, and she's like, we've done this much to ensure the people of Vogler are safe. I'd like to continue that.
I do want to say one thing. Lord Baccharis, I want to thank you so much for paying for the passage of all the people of Vogler for all those boats. That was a wonderful act of generosity on your part.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't expect it from a man like you, but you really surprised me.
I didn't pay anything.
You didn't pay them
Well,
You
they're
might
down
ought to
there.
do that
Yeah.
since they delivered all those people downriver.
on your honor. I'd say you should probably pay them if we were supposed to be paying them.
Oh my
think
gosh, I
Honor's
love
taken
this.
A few hits already today. Don't let this be another.
We're going to make this a group persuasion check because Baccharis does want to look good in front of the governor.
You've got it.
I bet.
You said persuasion?
This is a group persuasion.
That's an 18.
A dirty 20 from me.
A 21 here.
14.
Well, that's pretty solid results there. Yes, I did in my illustrious magnanimity. I did agree to fund the passage of all the villagers of Vogler. I will have my son follow up with the fisherfolk down at the docks.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Marshal Vendry chuckles. Well, thank you very much, Baccharis. I think that will be all from you as well. Whenever you four, Darrett, Zora, Ray, and Dirk, would like, once you've been able to gather yourselves, collect yourselves, please come see me at my offices, and we can get you settled in and talk about your first assignments. And I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
Excellent.
Do I get inspiration again?
If I could have given you double inspiration, I would. That was hilarious. Oh, man, that was funny.
Oh, I'm so happy you did that.
Oh,
Yeah.
So happy.
what a good move.
That's a stretch for my lawful neutral character, but
Well, it's the lawful's based on your own internal moral code. So if your moral code is you better be better, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to be better, then I'd say you followed it. Yeah, the thing I'm struggling with right now is like how Zora's going to be like, okay, so the gods are back, and not feel like she's just being insane when she's saying it.
Thanks again for joining us, everybody. We appreciate you taking some time out of your day to listen to our awesome adventures here. If you ever want to get in touch with us, feel free to shoot us an email at makeshiftadventurespodcast@gmail.com. And also, if you like what you heard, tell a friend and shoot us a review sometime. It really helps to give the word out.
That's it to a T.
Any chance you can throw a baklava under a bus? You know what I mean? You got to take it.
We got to continue our campaign of make him do all kinds of things with
Right?
no credit.
Oh, give me 1 second.
I'm so glad that you're going to take all of these people on your boats. How generous of you.
I can't believe you paid all those people to help evacuate the city. How generous of you.
How generous. Maybe we'll remember your name.